Hey there guys, welcome back to the second episode of the Superbus Mk.3.3. Today we're going to be making a start on this sofa. I've got to take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both sides out. I'm going to make one really good one because there's one that's sort of like made up of a few bits of leftover wood because we didn't get enough originally. So I'm going to make one good one. It's going to be the shortest one because one of these is slightly longer than the other one. And by making it the shortest one, I've got more room up the back there for the double bed system. Something I didn't mention yesterday, a couple of things actually that I didn't mention yesterday. I will be doing the Superbus Roundup video. It's just that Google Maps recently changed it so you couldn't have more than 10 destinations on there. And since I travelled more than 10 destinations on the Superbus tour, I kind of want to do a sort of, this is where I went, and then I went here next, and then I went here next. So it is coming, I've just got to find out different software, but most of the footage is already there. It's done, but I would like to find mapping equipment to properly show you. And the other thing is, when I was in Sweden, EG gave me a load of stuff, and massive thanks to him for that. So that means that the upgrades that are going to happen to the bus also include the stuff that he gave us, like the DC to DC converter, the LED strip lights, all that sort of thing. And yeah, the lights in the Superbus right now aren't working. I haven't had the solar charger on since being back because I'm not using the batteries, I'm not using the lights, and these batteries are alright. Like, they're so old it doesn't matter if we wreck them because we're replacing them anyway. We've got a battery upstairs that I'll show you later. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy this stuff out, and in fact let me just show you what I've got to do today. It's a bit of a mess, I apologise. So all this stuff here, this is the bed that Law made us while we were in Estonia using the camping mats. This is just my normal mattress. I need to take this out, I need to take this out. This is the table that we found in a skip in, I want to say Den Helder, Northern Netherlands, and I managed to repair that, which is pretty cool. It means I've got an outside table now. I think this stuff was just for the computer to sit on. There's one of my many hats, and there's some clothes I still haven't taken in, but these are like the ones I don't really wear, so I might just put them in a charity bag and send them down the shop. But yeah, so the plan is to take out this one and this one. They're both connected at the back bar, and then in half, and whatever one's the shortest is going to stay. And then you can see here, whereas all these are all nice and... Oh, I apologise for the lens thing. You see all these struts here are all nice and sort of like the same colour, and then this one here is like an odd one. So I'll take this out, replace that if this is the shortest side. I'm pretty sure this one on the left is the shortest one. And yeah, we'll keep that in there. And then next episode we'll move the bathroom down to here. And yeah, then after that it should just be a case of moving the bed in. He says like it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. It really isn't. Moving this bathroom is going to be the biggest hassle. And yeah, I know I'm going to have to get it welded up. If I'd have actually done this in Estonia, I probably would have just put a wooden board over the top of the hole until I was sort of ready to bring it back to the UK and weld it all up. But what can you do, eh? We're here now and we're going to make the best of what we got. So I don't know if I explained it yesterday, but I'm actually taking the bed out of my bedroom to put in here. Where can we put the camera so you can watch this nonsense? And there's not going to be any speed up videos. So what I might do is I might just make a start on cleaning this out, then show you where I'm at, and then I'll do all the cutting and copying and ching 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 ching, and we'll be sweet. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. Pro tip: if you're ever going to travel around the world, or just in Europe or America or wherever, you absolutely do not need to take a Reader's Digest Atlas of the world. There's no need, it's out of date, and it just gets in the way. So I am going to be glad to see this thing gone. In other news, however, I have found my tripod, my proper one. I've been borrowing my dad's. Cheers for that, Dad, you're a legend. And all the stuff for right now is just being chucked in here. It is clean in there, so don't worry. And it just makes for a good cupboard while I'm working on this side of things. And when it comes to moving the bathroom, I could just move all this stuff out again, so it's fine. But it's a bit windy out there today. I'm quite surprised my little Heineken experience ticket hasn't blown off. That was from Amsterdam as well. So yeah, table leg there. There's the camping table I pulled out the skip in Den Helder. Very nice, very nice. I think I forgot to tell you on the tour video that I accidentally ran over one of my camping chairs in Sweden. One of the ones I pulled out of the skip there, and Nadia repaired with cable ties, which is really cool of her. But I accidentally ran one of those over while I was in Sweden, so I'm hoping that's still in one piece. I haven't really checked it since that happened, but there wasn't much call for me to use the camping seats once I reached Estonia, so yeah. But yeah, I'm digging this stuff out, almost got it, and I will catch you guys back up as soon as I know what's going on. Okay, so for those of you who remember, the bed went in like three parts. We had this main sort of framey bit went in, and then this stuff went on top of it, and then we made it so it could slide out and stuff like that. And again, massive thanks to DR. I don't know if I've actually shown this on camera properly. I know I showed it in the last series. But yeah, this is DR's doing. He hooked us up with the CNC designs to make it able for us to do that, and then this comes out and forms the double bed. Of course, I'm always catching it on the hook when I'm doing it on camera. So that made the double bed, but of course we're getting rid of this now. We're getting rid of this side anyway, and we're having it so there's a fixed double bed at the back, and that will basically give me more storage, and it means I won't have to pull my bed out every time. You can see under there's still some stuff to be cleared out. This battery box doesn't move. I do need to unscrew it from the floor before it will go anywhere. And right now the wiring in there is such a mess, I don't want to deal with it right now. This is all camping chairs and stuff like that. All the stuff like books and stuff like that have gone back in the house. I think there's only one left on the dashboard. So yeah, but yeah, this wiring is horrific. There are some things that I didn't know when building the Superbus the first time. Look at all that. There are some things you can get that are basically, you put one wire in and it fuse connects out to like 6 other connectors, which is sort of what I wanted with this. But instead of this, imagine like there's a wire that comes in from the bottom, so, and then that feeds out, like the line runs up the middle and it feeds out to 6 fuses on either, or 3 fuses on either side, and then those wires do what this is basically doing, so you don't have to. Let me see if I can find it. There's a looping. Basically, what this is a looping system, and the main power feeds in and is split by like terminal boxes and stuff like that, and then it goes into like 4, and then from these 4, you just slide a fuse in there and then plug whatever thing you want in there. So there's like shower, lights, and there might be something else as well, but I can't remember what it is. It's been a while. In fact, there's only 3 in there. So I guess the sink's one, the shower's the other, and then the lights are the other one. So yeah, and then you've got the inverter up there, which is also connected to the same batteries, and that was meant for powering computers and laptops and stuff like that. But the batteries never held their charge, so. Hopefully with the new battery in, that will change and we'll be sweet. Solar charge controller down there for the smaller panels. That needs to come out because I think that was draining the original battery. And I'm hoping I can repair the original van battery. Like this one's a replacement that we've had since the Mark II. I'm hoping if I can get the other one running as well, that means we'll just have a spare battery. I don't know how to do it. It might need new water, it might need rebalancing. I don't know how it works. I'm going to have to look all that stuff up online, but yeah. I'm going to clear out the rest of this. I'm going to make a start on pulling this out, and then once the slidey bits are off and it's just the frame, I'll catch you back up and show you what I've got to do. Ah, I've been framed! So these bits are now off, and probably don't want to step on them. Yeah, so these are the things that slide in and out. I think that much is obvious by now. DR designed these, so massive thanks to him for that. And now what we need to do is we need to cut this frame in such a way and not fall backwards over everything. Oh my god. Yeah, so we need to now cut this frame in such a way that there's no, like when we move the bathroom down, so it needs to be flush with all this shit here. So we need to probably keep this leg in down the front so it's still like a 4 thing, and get rid of this side over here, which will involve cutting there, cutting there, I think, but on this side of this, so we don't have to catch this bit, because if we do then it won't be flush. And then when we move the bathroom down, it will be completely flat. We're going to have to move this light. We're getting rid of the lights anyway, we're replacing them with the LEDs that EG gave us. So yeah, I'm going to get on with this. I think this just needs unscrewing from the wall. I might have to move this. I think this just moves out of the way though. Oh, it's cable tied on there. Right, I'll move that. And then, we will cut this in half and reassemble it. So there you go. Swingy camera, da 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 da. Doing well, doing well. The frame is now away from the wall. I've got to take this bar here out, cut it down to the right size. It's a bit of a shame that I've got to cut this bit of wood here, although when I bring the new bed down to the bus, it's going to be my old bed, so there's going to be loads of wood on it anyway, loads of stuff that we can use, and loads of stuff that we're going to have to sort of repair and put L brackets and stuff on anyway, because I don't think it's that sturdy. So we can afford to cut this one. Whereas when we get the bed, we can cut all that down, but make sure it's the right size. So yeah, we're going to take this bar here out, we're going to cut this down, we're going to cut this front bit down, and then we're going to reattach it to the wall. And then all I've got to do is swap a couple of those slats over that are down there. And yeah, we're good. Also, we're going to have loads of leftover wood from this as well, so I'm going to have to break one of them down and maybe keep it in the new storage area as like replacement wood if anything breaks or something like that. So yeah, I'm going to get back on with this, and I will catch you once we've made a bit more progress. This is the saw I bought in the Netherlands when we were upgrading the kitchen, and yeah, it's a good one. I hope it stays with me for a while. We're going to now use it to... I've taken that bar out in the middle there. I've taken that bar out in the middle. We're now going to slice these down. I think I am going to leave it all screwed up and connected and then just sand it down afterwards. There's no real reason to take it all apart and put it back together again if we can do it like this. So, let's go! We're doing well, we're doing well! Look, it's done, basically. Now all I've got to do is I've got to hoover up a little bit. And bolt it back on the wall. What I'm also going to do, going to move this battery into here because it no longer fits in. It's slightly bigger than the last battery. It doesn't fit under the seat anymore. So I have to take this, put it here, and then screw this thing back onto the wall. And then any time if I have to change the battery or jump start it, then I'll have to... If I want to change it, I'll have to unscrew it from these terminals. If I jump it, then I might slide the old battery in next to it and just have them so when one goes dead I just jump it and that'll be fine. So yeah, I am going to... The other thing I want to do... Hang on, I'm going off on one of my tangents. The other thing I want to do is when it's plugged in up here, this is going to be moved to sort of lower down here. My dad has just reminded me that the van has a double skin wall though, so I need to be careful about where I put it. When that's plugged in, what I want it to do is also charge the van battery, and you need like relays and stuff to sort that out. So that I think is coming as part of like the off-grid solar system that I want to buy. But if it's not, then that's something I'm going to have to sort out myself. But that's something I definitely want. When the van's plugged in, charging the leisure batteries, I also wanted to send some of that power into charging the thingy. The easiest way of doing this would be to get like a... You see this socket on the wall here? This is connected to mains power. Get one of them RAC battery car charger things and just have that plugged in constantly, and then whenever you're plugged in at a campsite it will by default be charging up the van battery anyway. But there's a much more elegant way to do it. There's a way that you just put a chip in, or not a chip but a device in, where the wire comes off the thing to the engine to the battery, and from there you can charge it up off a 240 volt line. So that's hopefully what I'm going to do. What I think actually happens now that I'm thinking about it is that it charges the leisure batteries, like the 240 thing charges the leisure batteries, and then the leisure batteries, once they reach a certain capacity, send battery power back into this. I'm going to have to check it all out, but I'm pretty sure that's what happens. It's not just like the 240 goes directly straight into this one. So yeah, right, I'm rambling and I don't have much else to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in, I'm going to hoover up a little bit, sort the battery out, put this back in, and then I'm going to go over there and fix them. Hopefully it doesn't start raining. So yeah, catch you in a sec. Right, here's the old battery. Damn thing don't work, but we are getting a reading. Hang on, let me step over this wire. We are getting a reading on the doodad device. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this battery back in the bus because it fits under the seat, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the other one constantly there, like the other newer bigger battery from the Mark II. That's going to be near it, so if this ever is discharged to a point where the 240 system or whatever won't keep it topped up, we can jump start it, and then when the worst comes to the worst we can really get rid of this battery and find a proper replacement that's the same size and everything, not slightly bigger or slightly smaller, just this size, and that'll be fine. So yeah, what we're doing is we are charging this one up, going to stick it back in where it rightfully belongs, wire it all back up, and then just have the other slightly larger battery next to it secure somewhere, so that if it ever does all we have to do is just jump start it quickly and that'll be sweet. So there you go. Okay, so I've hoovered, just this bit though, let's not get too crazy with the hoovering, that'll all come later, but yeah, so now all I've got to do is put the box back in, and what I've realised is, the nice thing about this stuff is, this was all put in after the bed frame went in, which means if we put the bed frame back in now, this is still going to be like, when I need to change this, because I need to shorten this wire down loads, and that's going to mean when I move the power bar to down the other end of the van, I'm going to have to move this plug socket section as well, and this entire power box. But because it was all put in afterwards, I can put the frame back in and the bed and still get to this stuff no problem. Like, this box was screwed in afterwards, if I remember correctly. It was screwed in after the frame went in, like we just dropped it in and then that was it, job done. So yeah, I'm going to get on with putting the frame back in. I don't really know what else to tell you. Yeah, we're recharging that battery. That's going to be going down here somewhere, like, and I might run some jump leads off of this one just onto a plastic bar of some kind, just so that make sure they're thoroughly protected. But that way, I won't have to keep opening this up to jump the battery. I'll just be able to grab the leads, smack them on that battery, and then sweet, job done. I don't think I want to leave it constantly plugged in. If I left this battery constantly wired up to that one, I think this one would probably also end up going flat as well. So yeah, but we'll see. I'm gonna put the frame back in now, and yeah, see you in a sec. Okay, so it turns out the other one that was on this side is a perfect fit for this new and improved cut down frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screw this one back in. Looks like there's a bit of a gap there though. I might have to, when I screw this in, I might have to straighten this out. But yeah, I am gonna get on with that. Gonna get this screwed in, and then this is going to be all the space here for the, oh shit, falling over. This is going to be all the space for the bathroom here, so if I give you a better view of what's going on, maybe you can see it a bit better now. Right, so we're going to move the bathroom down here, and then all the space that's left at the back there that's been left by the kitchen and the bathroom, all going to become a bed, basically, with a little step system going up, and you'll be able to lift the steps up, and underneath will be all storage, and you'll be able to access the storage from out the back as well. It's also going to be slightly more secure this way, because obviously if someone tried to get in the back doors, they wouldn't be able to just walk all the way straight through and out this one with all my stuff. Like, there'd be a bed in the way and blah blah blah, but no one's getting in the back door anyway because of that massive super lock thing we got on it. So yeah, that's the plan. Gonna screw this in, try and straighten it out a little bit, and yeah, see you in a sec. There you go, all nicely screwed back in. Still works. In fact, let me show you. I'm going to put the camera down, hope it's in the right place. Yeah, looks about in the right place. Still works absolutely perfectly. So there you go, and the hook up the top here, still works. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that indeed. So there you go. Right then, I think I'm going to pack it up for today. I'm going to tidy all this stuff up, get that stuff back in the bus for storage just now, and yeah, that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and on the next episode we should be removing the safe, and we're going to start work on pulling the bathroom down. Now, we're already going to run into some problems with this, because when we put this in, we took some of this black felt foam padding wall stuff off, and excuse me. What I think we're going to have to do is, when we move this down, we'll cut this section of wall out and put it back up the top here to replace what we cut off originally. There might still be the leftovers in the garage that we took off. We might be able to just put them straight back up. Probably won't look too tidy. Might have to come up with something inventive for my bed. But yeah, the gas box actually can stay where it is, because that's going to be part of the storage. We're going to put the bed at least high enough so it's above it, so we don't have to do anything with this. That would be really cool. Going to be moving the fire extinguisher close to the kitchen. Probably going to be moving this light switch. Hopefully getting overhead storage as well, but I don't know like how to work that out yet. I haven't quite figured it out. We're also going to be putting the reversing camera in as well, although I'm not too sure how much that's going to help me. Like, I seem to be doing reversing better when I've got people to shout at me and or am forced to do it on my own. So yeah, that's, I think, all I've got time for today, or all I'm going to do today. I'll get that battery back in there at another point. I know for a fact that the having the battery off isn't going to kill the immobiliser in this, because it's all done with like crystals and stuff like that, so that's all good. Or not crystals, but in the back of your Ford key there's like a little blue thing, and that's got like a bit of glass or something in it, so it's all good. I know I'm going to be alright with that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, all the best, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.